Before We Vanish is a film by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. It is a sci-fi film about three aliens that come to Earth and overtake human bodies. So the first one is a teenage girl who violently kills her family and then runs off, so she's wanted by the police. And then the second one claims the body of Shinji Kase. His wife Narumi caught him cheating, however, he's now can barely walk and he's definitely not acclimating to the body as well as the first one. And then the third alien gets into a teenager's body and teams up with a investigative reporter. I don't know if he's a journalist or whatever. He might be a tabloid journalist, but his name's Sakurai. So the two of them go on a road trip, and that alien tells him that he's an alien, and Sakurai is interested in the story, so he sort of becomes a sort of unwitting guide to them. So we're mainly focused on the main couple of Shinji and Narumi because they have a fractured relationship, because she still loves him, but now he's kind of like almost a little child learning about the world. But we find out the aliens have a dangerous technique where they can take a concept from someone's brain and take it for their own. So don't remember what he takes. He takes something from his sister-in-law and then later a neighbor, and changes the way they think. So it'd be the equivalent of like, let's say you're a very greedy person and you don't like to share. The alien could go up to you and then take your concept of greed away, and then you're no longer greedy and you start giving stuff away, you're more generous. So they have the capacity to change human like will and like personality. So it ends up becoming a very dangerous thing because the three of them want to get a device together to call for an invasion. So there's a government entity trying to stop them. But it's mostly a drama. We're mostly focusing on this couple as they try to connect with the others. We do get some bursts of violence and action, but it's mainly an interesting little mix of like human condition and like what makes us human, what happens when something takes it away. This movie really reminded me of a really good book that I read a while ago called The Humans by Matt Haig. That one's a first-person story about an alien that takes over a human, and the guy was not a good person, so now the alien is learning about the human condition through this family man, and then the family is weirded out by his changes because it's overnight, and he bonds with the dog and has to fight another alien. It's a really good book. So this movie is very similar to that. However, this movie didn't copy that book because this is based off of a play from 2005, and The Humans was written in 2013. So it's nice to see that there's lots of different stories about aliens becoming human and learning about the human condition. Under the Skin also does this too. So this movie's pretty solid. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of like quiet moments, but there's also a lot of like explosions, but overall worth checking out. Definitely a nice different kind of film from Kiyoshi Kurosawa, because he usually does horror films or dramas, and this is a sci-fi. So this one was pretty solid, and I give Before We Vanish a 7 out of 10.